Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brandy, and I am the owner and creator of Boundless Treasures Boutique. And on this channel, well, we do pretty much all things tumbler cup related. Today, we are going to be doing a sublimation coffee mug. I have all the materials listed, and I will have them listed and linked in the description box. So feel free to wander over there, check that out. There may be some discount codes for you to save some money as well. I really hope that you guys like and enjoy this. A huge thank you to all of you that have liked and subscribed. Your support means everything, and shout out to all my mentorship members. I appreciate you guys so very much. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, in order to get our wrap for our sublimation, I am going to be going over to Creative Fabrica. If you guys have not checked out Creative Fabrica, definitely take some time, do it. I will leave a link if you guys want a discount on a membership, but this literally has tons and tons of different images for sublimation, templates for tumbler wraps, like you name it, Creative Fabrica has it. So to find these particular wraps that I'm going to be doing on these mugs, I typed in 15-ounce mug wrap, mom, and then I just started scrolling through. Now, once I had found some that I liked, I went ahead and I downloaded those so that we were ready to go. Now, once they are downloaded, I'm not going to speed up this part at all. This is probably the longest part of the video, but it is by far the most important in my opinion. So we are going to start by creating a new template. And as you can see, I am putting in the dimensions of my mug, which is 11 inches wide by 6 inches high. This is going to give us our template. Now, once I have this, I'm going to go to open, and then it's going to pop up my folder box. I'm going to type in the name of the image that I want to use. So for the first one, I knew it was hydrangeas. So I typed in HI and it popped right up for me. From there, I clicked on the actual image itself, which you'll see here in a moment. When I click on the image, it will bring us different properties in this first tab, and it will allow me to change my dimensions. So here again, I type in 11 inches by 6 inches, and then we're ready to go. You're going to want to go to transform after that, and then click rotate. Just hit OK. You don't need to change anything in the rotation. But what this does is this allows you to mirror your image. From there, you are good to click print. In my print settings, I personally go in to my printer setup, and I will change my image to landscape. This way, it just makes the wrap easier for me. However, you don't have to do this. Once you cut it, you can, regardless of how it prints, it's going to wrap around your mug just the same. There's a whole bunch of different options here. And you can see on my screen, I'm trying to see why my image isn't mirrored, because it wasn't done. So I backed out, went back in, made sure I had all the settings correct, and then I went back to print again, and everything was perfectly fine. Then I printed this image and I moved on to my next one. I'm not going to talk you through this whole process. It's pretty redundant. But if you want to see it again, I'm going to go through it here for the second image for the second cup that we did. So as you can see, same process. Now, this one didn't come with the word mom, and I wanted it to be on this mug. So I went to my T, which is the text icon. And from there, I made sure that I was able to put a text box on the image itself. Now, I tried to center it best I could, and it actually worked out pretty well. From there, I selected the font that I wanted to use. There are tons of fonts in Adobe Illustrator. On top of that, I have tons of system fonts that I downloaded from Creative Fabrica. So I'm looking for one that's very specific that I downloaded from Creative Fabrica. And then once I finally found it, I simply typed in the word mom. Now I left the wording just black. However, if you want to get really fancy and maybe do something similar to how our first image had the hydrangeas in it, I would highly recommend going to Procreate, and you can actually achieve that there. I don't have that in this video because it wasn't what I was doing for this particular mug. But if that's something you guys would be interested in having a tutorial on, let me know in the comments. I will be happy to put one together and show you how you would make a name image similar to the one for the hydrangea mug that was done. It's super simple to do. I think it's just getting through and knowing Procreate a little bit, and then you can import that image and place it in Adobe Illustrator where you want it for your wrap. But once I have this centered and ready to go, I'm going to just follow the same print process, and then we will then be able to move on to the final step, which is definitely my favorite step, and that is actually pressing our mugs. All right, it is time to press this mug. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mug in my cup press. What you see me doing here is I am loosening the press so that it will easily go on to the mug without obviously breaking it or being too much pressure. And I do this before I turn it on. And then from there, we're ready to turn it on. You'll want to make sure when you're sublimating that you're following the temperature and time requirements. For this particular mug, I needed it at 400 degrees. And then each rotation was 60 seconds, and there was a total of 4 rotations because it needed to be pressed for 4 minutes. Now, the next thing I want to tell you guys is you are going to need heat resistant tape when you're using the press. This will make sure that it doesn't melt, anything like that. And you're going to want to make sure that you get the middle seams, the very, very top of your cup, and the very, very bottom. And as you can see, I wrap it around the blank spaces as well. But when I'm doing the top and bottom, you'll see here there's a little bit of excess, and then I fold that down. I do that on both the top and the bottom. Ultimately, what I am trying to do here is make sure that there is little to no air in between our sublimation image and the mug. The reason for that is because if you have air, or maybe it's not down enough, you will get what is known as ghosting, and that can make or break your project. And then from here, I put it in my press. I have it set to 60 seconds, and you'll see that the first time I put the handle to the back of the press, the second time I put the handle to the front, and then the middle, and so forth and so on. This way I make sure that I get good even pressure and presses around the whole portion of the mug that is going to have the image on it. And then, friends, once that is done, I pull it out and I set it aside to cool. You'll also notice that I am wearing heat resistant glove. Make sure you guys are protecting yourself. Like, your cups are going to get really, really hot. But once that's done, you can pull your paper off, and just look at how cute these both turned out. I am so obsessed. I can't wait to give these to my mom and my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. But that's it for this week's tutorial, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you care to, I would love to have you guys in my free Facebook group. If you want some more content and additional guidance on cup making and different processes, you can join my mentorship group. It's only $10 per month, and you can come and go as you please. But I will make sure that I have both of those linked in the description below. If you guys do decide to recreate this, please tag me. I would love to see the art that you guys put together. It's just so much fun seeing other creators as well. But with all that being said, friends, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye now.